back everybody to the final race of the evening here at Long Beach for the GT4 Championship. We are just about to get going for the formation lap. Unfortunately we missed the first race of the evening because we had some technical difficulties, but race 2 was another dominant display from Mike, and he'll be looking to try and make it 3 from 3 here tonight, but with the reverse grid format he's going to have his work cut out, that is for sure. But we're just about to roll off the line for the formation lap. It looks like we're now going, and Mike should be returning to the back of the pack, although he's just speeding off of the line for now, but I'm pretty sure he's going to back it up and let the pack through. But Ian, this reverse grid means those who have struggled tonight will get to have a bit of a saving grace, maybe get a strong result on the board, and Aussie Albie leading us away. You know, he's somebody who could definitely do some damage from the front of the pack.
Yeah, I have a feeling that with how tight this circuit can be and how well overtakes we have seen throughout the night, it's definitely going to be a lot more challenge for me to be able to take the game back this first race tonight.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. It's going to be about sort of staying in there. Obviously the track temperatures will have dropped a little bit now because it's 6 PM local time here at Long Beach, so there'll be a little bit less grip out there as well, which could be catching people out. We know that Mike loves running the hard tyres. That, he reckons, has been the secret to his success, and a lot of the drivers have a certain reluctance to use the hard tyres because they take a while to warm up, but once they do, they are absolutely formidable. They're quicker than the softs once they're warmed up. But maybe his decision to go on the hards could bite him in this last race with the, as I said before, the drop in track temperature maybe.
Yeah, and also because you will probably definitely need that extra back grip to be able to, navigate his way through the pack and try and give himself a little bit more of an advantage. I usually got a lot of advantage on speed and everything like that, but I think you're going to need a little bit more than just solid speed here tonight to let him win this one race.
We're about to find out as we're underway here for the final race of the night, and the top 4 have broken away a little bit. Big Blue a bit sleepy there off of the line, and it's now well adrift of the leaders as we come down towards turn 1 here for the first time. But it's Doris Deer leading ahead of Aussie Albie with Smokey Devil ahead of Craig, followed by Big Blue. There's Pot the Brown, who's got John Boy just behind him as they go through turn 1. But Doris Deer looking pretty clean so far. Aussie Albie keeping him under pressure at the moment. Aussie Albie will be seeing this as a golden opportunity to get a win here. He hasn't won actually in the GT4s this season, despite coming quite close in the first couple of rounds. Aussie Albie was a force to be reckoned with here. Now, do you remember how quick he was in the first few rounds of this season? He took to these GT4s like a duck to water, but then over the course of the season has sort of slowly dropped off for the likes of John Boy and Common. Obviously Mike has just come into his own in the last few rounds and has been blitzing everybody, but Mike trying to get around the outside of Cobb here, and this is going to be job done here for him. I think it might be, in fact no, it's Cobb making a move on no, sorry, it is Mike making a move on Cobb there up into 9th place, and that's job done there for him.
Yeah, just going back to what you were saying about Aussie Albie, I believe he has been ill, or he's had some kind of injury to him as well, so I have a feeling that is playing a massive role in why his performance hasn't been to the same standard or the same speed as what it has been prior to the second half of the season.
You're absolutely right, he did pick up a back strain, which has been causing him a bit of grief. Oh! We've got a driver in the wall there, that's Potter Brown, who's gone straight into the barriers there, into the final corner, and he gets it backed away and is now coming back out, I think, onto the track as Big Blue. No, it's Big Blue! No, it was both of them.
Oh.
It was both of them.
Oh.
Potter Brown and then Big Blue, I think, went into the wall afterwards, probably in reaction to it. John Boy has got huge damage on the front of the car. Look at that. That is going to be struggling here. He's got no headlight on the right-hand side. John Boy's had a hefty whack into the wall, which is going to allow Big Blue up into 8th. And Potter Brown's going to move through as well. What has happened to John Boy? Must have been out of the final corner.
I had to have been. I have a feeling he's probably been a lot. He's probably been a lot of an instigator on that in that situation to do with Big Blue and Potter Brown.
Maybe his haste to make his way through the pack has potentially caused him a few problems here, but Mike nonetheless certainly not having problems here. He's currently running in P5 at the moment. He's got about a second or two back to Park Pooper and Cobb as John Boy trying to come back at Big Blue with the damage on the car, which is going to be costing him lap time. How much lap time is it going to be costing him though, because he's got pace over most of the guys out on track tonight, so even despite that sort of damage he might have a chance of gaining a couple of places, who knows.
I mean, anything that's possible.
Oh! Sorry, mate. Aussie Albie almost ran into the back of Smokey there, into the final corner. That was close.
I was just saying that we've seen many times people that we have not necessarily written off, but we've seen people unexpectedly come through and get a good show or win races. We saw a couple of weeks ago. Who is it that won unexpectedly?
Mike there just made a fantastic move there around the outside of Craig and Aussie. A double overtake. Started it off going around the start-finish bend and then made it into turn one around the outside. Great move there from him up into the podium. But yeah, it was Park Hooper took a win at Fuji, if I remember correctly. Big Blue took a win a week or two ago as well.
Yeah.
Big Blue I think picked up a win a couple of weeks ago. I can't remember if it was in this or the touring cars, but
I know there was
he won at Donington. I remember that. In the touring cars, I remember that.
Yeah.
Anyone can win in this league, but despite the fact that you've got a few drivers that dominate. I tell you what, the GT4 is you've got. I'd say it's pretty limited, but in the touring cars, which we run on a Thursday night, which we're not watching at the moment, these are the GT4s, but the touring cars, that is literally an open lottery. That one in some races, especially the reverse grids. Anybody could win those. Literally anybody. As John Boy here's got to run on Big Blue, looking to the outside into Firestone. Big Blue's going to hold that inside line. John Boy's going to try and go around the long way with the damage that he's got. But he's managed to keep in that grip on the outside, doing a really good job here as John Boy, stopping that from going into Big Blue as well. Big Blue, though, all the way around the outside, has the inside for the final corner. John Boy's going to go for the cutback. He's going to get a much better exit because Big Blue was taking that tight line. But is the straight line speed going to be there with that battered up front end?
I have a feeling it's definitely going to hinder an already pretty slow car in a straight line. But if we know John Boy, then he'll always find a way to be able to fight back and always try to put some time as much as he can to it.
Well, he's made the move there, going through turn one and into turn two. Through the fountain we go. So John Boy now up into 8th place, but can he find some grip out there from somewhere? Can he pump in some laps? 127 on the last lap. That was obviously behind Big Blue. Now he's in clean air. What's his pace going to be like? We'll get some representation of what to expect from him throughout the rest of this race. But he's currently a long way behind Park Hooper, so even if he does have to pace over him, he's got a long way to go. So, but in the meantime, we've got to come to this man because he's currently leading the race. We're not even halfway through this final race of the night. He started in 10th on the grid. He's leading here at the end of lap 5. What is going on? Mike is he's a man on a mission at the moment.
He really is. I think that
he's a machine.
Yeah, he's definitely using some kind of grip pack because I've never seen a BMW dominate like that. Especially in a track, especially a car that is pretty notorious for being very tail happy. And the fact that he runs on hards as well. And anybody that knows racing knows that the hards are the least grippiest tyre that you can go for.
I wonder if he switched to the softs for this final race of the night though. Because he seems to be enjoying life far too much to be on the hard. I don't know, maybe just me. We can probably tell by watching his onboard. It's difficult to tell. I think he might be on the softs.
I have a feeling he's still in the hards, to be honest.
Do you reckon? We'll have to ask him afterwards. We'll find out after the race. But yeah, it's been obviously an incredible night for him, and he's nearly 2 seconds already ahead of Doris Steer. Craig there running in 3rd place ahead of Smokey Devil. Bit of a gap back to Cobb, who's running in P5 at the moment. Park Hooper not too far behind him. They're in 6th place, and they're a long way clear of this man John Boy, who's last lap a 124. John Boy was the fastest man last time around.
That's it.
That is sensational. With that damage that he's got as well, I mean, that just brings it into perspective even more. What a fantastic job he is doing right now.
Well, the weird thing that happened with some racing games.
Oh, Cobb's made a mistake. Cobb's into the barriers again.
Oh.
He's gone straight into the wall there on the exit of the final corner, and he parks it out of the way there. Very sportsmanlike. I think he might be gearing up for a rage quit here. I hope not as well. But what a shame there for Cobb.
Yeah.
And he has to rage quit. I knew it. I called it.
Yeah. Like I said, sometimes with racing games, that sometimes when you get damage, it actually can make your car faster. And it's a rare glitch, but it's been known to happen.
Yeah, I know. It's usually very, very minimal damage, like less than 5%. For some reason, it will. It could even be because your setup's a bit weird, and it actually balances something out, and balances the car, makes it in some way. I don't know. It's almost like two negatives make a positive sort of situation. It's a bit bizarre, but it actually does make logical sense if you look at it in any sort of detail. As strange as it might sound, but I remember. I mean, there's glitches on a game like, for example, Project Cars 2. For all of its merits, and there are plenty of them, it has also got a considerable number of defects. And one of them is the fact that when you're running mechanical damage on, and you have 2% engine damage, you come into the pits. You can do a 0.8 second pit stop. But for perspective, if you've got 0% damage, you do a 5-second pit stop, and if you get more than 2% damage, then your pit stop is longer than the normal pit stop. It's basically a glitch where they forgot to make it so that 1% damage should be longer than 0% damage, but obviously they forgot to add that in when they made the game. So it's a weird little glitch which everybody knows, and well, not everybody, but a lot of people know, and most people who know it generally exploit it, because why not?
Hands up, I've done it before, but...
Yeah, I can't lie. I mean, whenever it's available, I've always been straight on that. I got it off of a guy called Squeeze Diver, who I'm sure many people know. I don't know if you familiar with him, Iain? He's an Aussie bloke who used to run races on Monza in the GT3s. Used to be well known for having a fluorescent green Mercedes. Yeah, I'll say no more. But Mike, anyway, still out in front. Has got an 8-second gap at the moment over Doris Deer, who's still going around in P2. We're down to 8 drivers here. Unfortunately, we've lost obviously Cobb a little bit earlier on due to going straight on at the final corner. And obviously Aussie Albie as well. So, and it's not like either of those two to bail out of a race. Very, very unusual.
Yeah, normally we see Aussie Albie on both of them, so just stick it out to the end regardless. But it just must be one of those nights where they just don't, they just don't
fed up
to continue. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously we all have nights like that. I suppose we're all entitled to have our off nights, but nonetheless, Craig.
You're not.
Am I not?
No, you're not.
Well, that's all right then, because every night's an off night for me, so it's fine. It's the norm. We got John looking to the inside of Smokey into Firestone, but he's a little bit too far away just at the moment. Still keeping him under pressure though. He's still all over him as they come into the penultimate corner. Is he look to the inside into the final corner? No, he's not. Smokey's still got that one covered for now. Oh, John Boy! Oh, probably his damage there, which is making him off balance and got a bit too heavy onto the loud pedal out of the final corner, and that sent him round. If he didn't have damage, he probably would have been able to hold that, but it's one of them situations where it's just the way it is at the moment, sadly. Craig all over the back of Doris on this final lap of the race. Can he pull a move here in the closing stages? Doris here currently on course for an absolutely magnificent second place here at Long Beach. That might be his best result here at Motive, I think. I think he might have been on the podium once or twice, but I think it's Craig there bins it, and that has all but confirmed Doris Deer will finish this race in second place, and that's absolutely fantastic for him. But Mike nonetheless is coming into the final few corners of the lap and it's going to be another win here. He took the win in race 1, which we unfortunately don't have a recording of because of some technical difficulties. Race 2, he also won that in emphatic fashion, and Mike is going to make it 3 out of 3. It's going to be a treble here tonight in California for Mike as he comes over the line, and he's once again going to rub it in everybody's face here, quite literally. Beautiful little burnout there from Mike as he comes over the line. Story Steer is going to... No, that's alright. They're fine.
Now after FIA, don't like real life, then we have to go over.
No, they weren't donuts. There was a burnout, not a donut.
No, I remember what happened in Austria with the staff, and he got in trouble for it.
Oh, did he?
Yes, he got in trouble for stopping and then after dropping the clutch and doing a burnout.
Oh, yeah. Technically, it was dangerous because there were lapped cars in the vicinity. But there were no lapped cars in the vicinity with Mike, so.
Well, we'll discuss about that.
But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is that for tonight then. So Mike taking the win once again, just really dominating tonight, Iain. It's just one of those nights for him where everything kind of clicked into place and he's looking almost unstoppable at the moment. I tell you what, if he hadn't had a shaky start to the season, I think he'd be miles ahead in his championship at the moment. Obviously we don't know the standings because I haven't done them yet, but we can kind of imagine, can't we?
Yeah, next week is going to be a fun one.
Oh, I tell you, definitely. Where are we next week, Iain? Oh no, I meant to change that. Oh, no, I meant to change it. We're not doing that in the GT4s, mate. I already told the guys we're going to be doing Willow Springs, not Willow Springs Horsethief Mile.
Well, then we're doing Willow Springs.
Yeah, we're not doing Horsethief Mile. No, it's definitely not. It's completely different tracks. Horsethief Mile is basically a karting circuit. Willow Springs is a very long, windy, high-speed circuit. And they're very different. Willow Springs is like a country road, whereas Horsethief Mile is actually a kart circuit. It's completely different, but anyway. But that is that. Whatever. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed watching this back afterwards, then please do hit the like button and subscribe to the Motive Racing channel. If you haven't already, yeah, we will be back on... When you're watching this on Wednesday night. We'll be back on Friday night with the touring cars, which will be racing obviously tomorrow night, Thursday night, but we'll be broadcasting. We'll be putting out the premiere for the broadcast on Friday night. And also be sure to check out the F1 League, which will be going live. The premiere will be on Saturday night, followed by the podcast, the Motive podcast, which should be coming out hopefully on Sunday night. And then the GT3 Championship will be premiering on Monday. So yeah, be sure to keep an eye out on the channel. And as always, have a good one.